So just write down in order what you think they are. Here. So easy. So you can just draw them on the box.
Take Pictionary.
So
I have an artist. Well, yours doesn't fit in the box.
just if you don't know, just write like words. Just write it. Words. Seriously? So we're just going to just write down who you think they are and then just get the sheets to very big words. We'll give you the clue to number one. It's a
place?
No, it could be a place or a piece of art. Number one is number one is a portrait. Can you also just put out?
Oh, and that can you just fill that one?
Just circle as well if you see that.
Oh, fine.
Okay, so I don't know if you got this one, but this was, what do you think this is? The Mona Lisa, yeah. And then this is the Eiffel Tower, and then this is Statue of Liberty, okay? So so Amanda, you've seen the Mona Lisa, so you well, okay, you've seen the Eiffel Tower before, haven't you?
Yes, yes.
So you knew what to look for,
Yeah.
and you knew that it had a point and there was a slant and I worked up there. So when Sebastian was drawing that, you knew all things to recognise for, and yeah.
Yes, yes.
So that's okay then. Then Emma, you have never seen the Statue of Liberty before, no? So how did you know that was the Statue of Liberty?
No, I've actually never been there before. Like,
Yeah.
So how did you recognise this?
How did you know that
It
was?
was TV, magazines.
So like the only way that you've ever noticed that she's had like the holding that statue for I don't know that piece of fire is from like TV or
Like pictures?
someone's took a photo of her and you've seen it through that. So would you say then that because of technology, that's the only way you would have ever noticed that before?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then Andrew, right? You drew the Statue of Liberty, right? So by just showing like I don't know, you just show them words. So by just showing you a piece of like a word, you knew actually how to draw that. So you went into detailing and had like the fire on it and the crown, and she's holding a book. Like I didn't even know she had a book when I was doing it. Like so you knew that, like you knew you could actually draw that.
But you've never actually been to see the Statue of Liberty.
So like would you then agree that Emma said that through technology, that's how you've seen that piece of
Yeah.
art, like?
Definitely.
So basically the point of this was to show that if we didn't have technology, we wouldn't be able to actually see art without physically going to that place, like going to Paris to see the Eiffel Tower. But we can look it up online, you know, through technology, or if someone's taken a picture of it, we can see it in books. And like we can look online and get ideas from other people's art that can inspire our own work, so through technology as well. And John Maeda, this is just an example, he's a Japanese-American graphic designer, computer scientist and author, and his work in design and technology explores the area where them fields emerge, and he says that if it wasn't for the computer, his art wouldn't be known because it's so linked to it. And if it wasn't for the internet, then maybe only like 1,000 people would know about his work, because now more can go on and look up his work online. So if he didn't have the internet, people wouldn't be able to do that, wouldn't be familiar with his work.
So then, like, I don't know if you've ever heard of the artist Banksy. He's a graffiti artist and he does like commercial work as well, but most of his works like he does on buildings. Like he's currently in New York and he's like doing graffiti all around the buildings at the moment. And he's done London Zoo and Bristol Zoo, and but because he's a graffiti artist, it's like a form of vandalism. So he's anonymous, right? So all of his work, like he would do a piece of art and then take a photo of it and put it on his website. And then because the reason for that bit is because people can look at it online and stuff. And if he didn't take a photo of it and put it online, like 24 hours after a lot of his work is created, he actually, like a lot of people vandalise it because he's a graffiti artist, and you know people can go up and spray over it. Or so if you actually went to physically go see his work, you mightn't see it. Like you know, a lot of his work's actually painted over, and so the only way he gets it is by people taking photos and then posting it online. So without technology, his work actually wouldn't be out there and it wouldn't be well known. Like, and it's so popular. Like Brad Pitt and spent millions on his work, and you know he's really popular. And without technology, he wouldn't be known at all.
So basically, like technology has helped art become more accessible to our eyes. And just one last thought: if we didn't have technology enabling us and allowing us to see art, then just think like how other artists work, how they would influence our own life. We wouldn't be able to see their work online and get inspiration from it and the influences.
So imagine how limited art would be without that.
Without technology. But that's
I thought it was really nice the way you, we kind of didn't really have an answer, the way that you gave us the time to do the exercise and then actually reflected directly from that exercise and used people's comments. And I thought that was very good, and got people thinking about this idea about how images are circulated, and whereas we used to be very dependent on printed word and printed books of art, but how many of us have ever bought a printed art piece. I thought it was very interesting, your comments on Banksy as well. I watched a lot of the news reporting about his big exhibition in New York over the past couple of weeks, and even what you were saying to the point that a lot of it has been vandalised in itself, but isn't Banksy vandalising?
No.
similarly. And actually some of it has been stolen,
Yeah.
literally cut off the walls and
Yeah, 'cause
carried
I
away.
think he said recently actually that his work, he doesn't want to put it in art galleries anymore because he feels that that's put a price tag on it. So he now then, goes around the walls and stuff, but because of that then, people, like the walls that he's actually painting on, people are still selling that piece of art because they own the property. So it's still being sold, but
It was interesting. Yeah. I actually even got, I started supervising a student about a year or two ago who clearly this circulation of images had become so much of so much part of our culture that she didn't realise that these pieces of work actually existed. She thought that they were photographs. She thought that the photograph that Banksy took was the piece of art,
yeah.
as opposed to what he had actually done.
Yeah.
And that's a really interesting conversation.